Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most amazing pistols that I have reviewed this year. It's brand new to the market. It's called the FK BRNO PSD, chambered in 7.5 FK. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off by doing a quick unboxing. I have been shooting this thing for the past month or so, but I put it back in the box so I can show you guys how it comes. Keep in mind, tomorrow I'm going to be posting a body armor test with this pistol right here. So if you are into stuff like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow the channel so you can see it. It's a pretty incredible little caliber. They have this thing chambered in. This is the 7.5 FK right here. This is their HTE. It is moving at about 2,000 feet per second out of a 5.3 inch barrel. So this thing's a smoking hot little load right here. Anyway, we go ahead and we open up this cardboard box here. You see we have our instruction manual on the inside. It's actually one of the nicest instruction manuals that I have seen. I mean, this thing is really, really nice. The pages, the text, everything, colored pictures, really kind of helps you break things down so that you're not asking too many questions when you get something that you've never used before. We go ahead and remove this top foam cover right here, and you can see that we have our pistol. So we have the pistol, we have a mag, we have some extra accessories right here, including a ghost ring sight if you want to switch out the sights that are on it, and we have an extra barrel. So you might be asking yourself, what's the extra barrel for? Well, this pistol right here will shoot not only the 7.5 FK, but it will also shoot 9mm, 10mm, and 40, all out of the same pistol. So you get 4 different calibers out of one pistol, and that's incredible. So right now the barrel that we have in it is the 7.5 FK, and the barrel next to it is the barrel that I've been using for 10mm tests. You get 2 magazines, one that's already in the pistol, and then you get an extra one. So the capacity on these magazines, if you're looking at the FK, it's a 16 round capacity. If you're looking at 10mm, it's going to be 10, or 40, it's going to be a 10 round capacity. And then if you're looking at the 9mm, it's going to be a 17 round capacity, because obviously the cases are going to be a little bit different in size, right? We'll take a look at the difference between a 9mm and the 7.5 case in just a second here, but here is the star of the show. This is the 7.5, the FK BRNO PSD. It's a really cool looking pistol. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at this cartridge before we talk about the pistol anymore or do any shooting with it, because even though this thing could shoot 9, 10, and 40, it was really designed around the 7.5 FK. So you can see here that it has a case diameter that's very similar to a 10mm, but it was neck down to accept, or I don't know if it was neck down. I mean, this could be proprietary to the 7.5 bullet, but as you can see, it does have a neck on it to accept that 7.5mm bullet right there. This again is the HTE, so it's going to be a hollow point. It's got a really nice hollow point cavity on it, and this thing is smoking hot. I mean, again, moving around 2,000 feet per second out of the muzzle with a muzzle energy of over 800 foot-pounds. I mean, that is some serious power, and this thing was designed to keep that power at longer ranges. So you have a really interesting cartridge here, a really interesting bullet, and some incredible results that I've seen. People taking hogs at over 100 yards. We're talking like 300, 350-pound hogs at over 100 yards with this thing. I've seen videos of them testing it in their laboratory, 100 yards, through, I think it was 8 layers of denim into ballistics gel, through 2 layers of bone. It went through all that, still went through 18 inches of ballistics gel, and shot out of the back. So the penetration that you get out of this is incredible. If you are looking for something for defense from bear or something like that, you know, a larger animal where you have to get through that tougher hide, this is the cartridge that you'd be looking for right here, the 7.5 FK. This stuff is out of control, and that's kind of where my body armor test is going to come in handy tomorrow. So I'll show you guys what this does against level 3 body armor. So there it is right there. Now I want to show you guys versus, let's say, like a 9mm. This is your traditional 9mm. We'll put that in right there. You can see that on top where the FK case head is, it is slightly larger than a 9mm case head. As far as the other dimensions go, if we kind of just hold this thing up next to it, you can see that's a 9mm versus our FK right there. So it is significantly different than your 9mm. Now, another thing I want to mention here is that whenever it comes to new pistol or rifle calibers, people are always worried that they're not going to be able to find ammo for it later on down the road if it doesn't catch on, and so they'll essentially have a paperweight. But from what I've heard, FK BRNO has actually decided to keep this ammunition available as long as there are pistols out there. So if you need to order ammo, you can order ammo from them, they'll have it shipped to you, and you'll have ammo 2, 5, whatever years down the road. So the ammo is always going to be available as long as this pistol exists, and so I think that's pretty nice. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm fairly sure that that's what they have going on. So it comes in boxes like this, fairly expensive, at least as of right now. As things start to catch on, ammo prices obviously go down. Comes in a 50-round box, 2 25-round packages that look like this right here. So again, 2 25-round packages that look like this and 1 box of 50. So let's go ahead and move now to the pistol itself and do a little bit of shooting with it. Now, this pistol right here does look a little bit big, and that probably comes across on camera as well. But when I put it next to my CZ97, which is a 45 ACP, the size is actually very similar to that. So it's a polymer frame pistol. It does have that steel insert at the bottom right there for your magwell. It has a 1913 style Picatinny rail at the bottom, so you can add your lights, lasers, and accessories. It's hammer fired. It does have a safety. That safety is located on the side right here. It is non-ambidextrous. It is, I believe it's about 9 inches long, about 5 inches high, and about 1.2 inches in total width. And it does have a cutout for an optic. So if you want to put an RMR or something else on there, you can go ahead and do that. The sights that come on this are really interesting. They're very low profile. They're kind of like a marksman style sight. So as you can see right here, the sights are low profile. There's a very small dot on the front post right there, and then a very small notch cut out into the rear. And again, that's to make those accurate shots at slightly longer distances. So if you need to push this thing out and you need to hit something that's, let's say, 150, 200 yards away, it's better to have a smaller notch and smaller sights so that you can kind of dial that in a little bit better than something that has a lot of wiggle room to it or a lot of space between the rear notches. So it's a really nice pistol. It feels pretty good in my hand. The only thing I would like to see different is probably going to be the texture on the grip. It has a decent texture, but it's still a little bit smooth. I just would like to see it be a little bit more aggressive. But other than that, I mean, the ergonomics are great. The length of pull for my finger is pretty much perfect, and it feels nice. The weight on this thing, I believe, is about 38 ounces, so it's not a light pistol by any means, but it's very stout, and it feels like a very tough pistol. So with that said, let's go ahead and just do a little bit of shooting with this thing. Okay, so I got my mag loaded up with some 7.5. Let's go ahead and put this in and just shoot at a steel target that's about 15 yards away here. Now this thing feels really nice to shoot. I mean, you get a sense of confidence when you shoot this. You also get a sense of power. I mean, it feels powerful, but at the same time, because of the weight and because of how you have this large mass kind of swept forward here, you don't really feel that recoil too much. Again, I'm gonna say it's less recoil than a 45, but again, more than a 9mm. So it's really manageable. Now, this pistol was sent to the channel by FK BRNO for me to be able to test out and review for you guys. I had a total of 500 rounds of 7.5, and that was my last 100 rounds right there. So we're just going to do a little bit more shooting. We'll shoot what I have left of that. I've been switching between 10mm and 7.5 just to kind of make the review last a little bit. But once I get through with that last 100 rounds, that's going to be a total of 800 rounds through this pistol. Not quite 1,000, but you guys know that ammunition is extremely hard to find right now, and when you can find it, it's very expensive. So I have to be kind of careful with how much I'm actually spending on ammo. These videos can cost a ton of money when you're shooting a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with this. But what a fantastic pistol! I mean, I've been really happy with this thing from the get-go. Okay, so the FK BRNO chambered in 7.5 FK. I've really had a good time with this pistol. I definitely think that it is kind of worth the high dollar price point that they have for it because there's just nothing else on the market like it. It does look kind of CZ-ish. But again, the fact that it can shoot multiple calibers and you have the ability to shoot that 7.5, I mean, really kind of puts this thing into a different category. Now, I'm going to have a few other videos coming out about this in the upcoming next couple weeks. We're going to take it down, field strip it, take a look at inside and so forth. Also going to do that body armor test, which will be tomorrow, so you guys will be able to see that. And some other stuff. We're going to try shooting it long range too. But this is my initial review after 800 rounds. I think I'm going to switch out to a 10mm barrel. Maybe I'll take a couple more shots today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.